Alright, out there in YouTube land, welcome back. This is the Advent Corvette model 1960. I did an open box review of this. Posted a couple weeks ago, I guess. So today I'm going to start it. I said that previously when I did the open box review that I would start the model when I finished the Revell one that I was working on. There it is right there. And that's the blue I wanted it to come out. It came out just the right color. I learned a few things from that one. This kit is essentially the same, the Advent kit. Quite similar. And the only major difference is, I mentioned in the open box review, chrome. We have gray instead of chrome. Deal with that later. Let's see. So the instructions, I believe, as I recall, start with the engine and progress. Oops, drop about half of the block on the floor and progress to the chassis. Yeah, that's right. Here we are. So we have the engine, step 1, step 2, and then the chassis. The first thing I want to start with today is, I think, the body. What I tried to do with the light blue one here was paint it first and then assemble the panels. As you can see, the fender and door are cast separate from the body. And I tried that with the light blue one. And what happened was I got glue coming through on these seams. So, learn my lesson. I'm not going to do that this time. The other thing I did with the first one was I put this lower valance panel, whatever it is, on the model too. And that worked out fine. So I think what I'll do is I'll assemble these first. And we'll do the engine second. So I'm just getting some of the pieces and parts out for the engine here. Come here. And another thing that's different from this kit from the Revell is you see the tires are 1-piece or 2-piece tires. I think I'll get those out so I can muck around with those babies. I'm going to put the instruction manual over there to my left, and first thing I need to do is pick up the engine block. Come on. Alright, don't need that. I think I will. You can see my array of tools up here. I think I'll start with cutting the sprue on these. Wastebasket, come here. Okay. That can go in. Maybe I'll leave this out for the tires too. These aren't not plastic nippers, they're rail nippers. And so what I found is best with these is to leave a little bit of All right, so I outlined what I'm going to do for the first stage. I think what I'll do is I'll turn the camera off, and I will put on my magnifier and show you the results, and I'll let you know what kind of cement I used. I'm going to test out some Faller Expert cement, see if that does anything. Fast forward about a half an hour. You can see I have the two engine halves together, and I have the manifold on, the heads I should say. I've also cut a few pieces from the sprue ready for painting, to get them ready for painting. Got the valve covers, those are going to be silvery gray color. I also have some of the body panels glued. The radiator, one of the things I want to point out is that I found out with the other model over there that there was the radiator didn't want to sit down quite low enough. It was rubbing on the underside of the hood, and I had to, after it was all assembled, I had to trim a little bit of this back so that it would sit down a little bit lower. So I'm going to recommend that people do that, and I'm going to do that with my file right now. I don't know, this may block your view. I need to get some magnification here. Sorry about this. Trim off sprue, and this will be ready for painting. So what I'm trying to do is get things ready by color. Can you see that through the magnifier, I hope? I know I can see it much better than without the magnification. And I'm just taking a little bit of flash off. And also on the background, one of the things I don't like about this is the engine halves don't mate up very well. On the other Corvette, I filed them down to improve the mating, so you don't have the line. So that'll be later, after the glue hardens up, cures. On the fenders, I glued. Let's see that one. Yep. So this driver's side is all glued in, and you can see I put some on the inside right there, and I haven't done this side, so I'll do that right now. What I used for this was the tester's glue, and I'm sections together, and I got some super glue, and I found out, oh, and I used bare metal for the chrome along here, and bare metal and super glue don't work together very well. The super glue turns the bare metal black and melts it, so I don't want to do that again. Alright, now that I've got the door section in position, I'm going to put a little bit more cement on the back side. Come on. There we go. Just a little bit on the inside there. Get the light out of your way. Hopefully hold that right up close to the camera. Can you see, is there a good line there? No, I can feel it's not good. I'm going to have to work a little bit more with my finger. Well, that might be, feels a little rough there. Maybe that'll come out with some sanding. After these pieces all dry, I'm going to need to do some sanding of the molding flash along. I noticed there was some in here. That's not bad now, but there's a little bit of roughness. The other thing I noticed with these kits is the bumper, I can show you with the other car, but the bumper will cover up all the way around here. It doesn't cover this up right here. So what I did with the other one was I snapped the bumper in place on each side, and I marked it with some, with a pen, and I just sanded this so I got a good smooth surface there, so you don't have that mold line there. Okay, I'm going to let the front section dry some more. Make sure that's good and dry. Oh, here's the other car. You can see right in here. Here's a little bit of evidence of the line right there, but it's not bad. Good enough. What was the other thing? The other thing I need to do before the paint shop is, I hope you can see the mold sprue broke off right there, and that happened to the other one too. I had to put some squadron green in here and fill it, the other model. I had to do the other one in here, but I don't think I'll have to. I think this will be fine. It's just some sanding and filing along there. The other thing I will do eventually before going to the paint with these black pieces is I think I will probably, maybe I'll wait on this. I'll glue the hood together anyways. But what I did with the other car was I painted the underside of the hood, the chassis, and the underside of the body. I painted them all black with kind of a, I call it weathered black. That's what model railroaders refer to it as. But it's kind of a, not super dark, super high gloss black. And so I want to do that with this car. So, let's see. I'll take a look at one of the tires with you here while I have the camera on. So I tried gluing with the styrene cement. I tried both the faller and the testers, and didn't work. So this is super glued. I'm pulling them apart now with my fingernails. Seems to be holding. Good.